In this course, you're going to have to sign 2 contracts before any of your tests or assignments are returned to you. The first is the academic integrity contract. I have it here in front of me. There are a number of items that you need to read through, 10 of them exactly, kind of like the 10 Commandments, I guess. And so what you need to do is print this out, and in this space right over here, you need to initial in pen that you've read it and that you understand that particular requirement. And then at the bottom you need to sign it and date it as well. So put them both here. Let me go through these for you so that you are clear on what this is all about. And this has to do with academic integrity and making sure that you understand the rules of the game. So the first point about plagiarism, the root word of plagiarism is man thief. It means to steal a human being. And we're very meticulous in academics about documenting our sources and saying where ideas come from. There's a lot of reasons for that. We'll see when we get to the research part of the course, but one of the main reasons is that we want our readers to be able to retrace our research steps and to be able to go back and read the books that we read in order to trace the genealogy or the history of our ideas. And so when I write a paper, I want you to be able to go back and reproduce my steps and see what sources I read in order to arrive at my conclusion. This is all about transparency. It is about honesty, and it is about integrity. Because it is not right to steal another person's work and present it as your own. That should be morally self-evident, I would think. But also, in the name of transparency, we need to do that. So one of the definitions of plagiarism is the explicit or implicit presentation of somebody else's ideas or words. And 2 things to concentrate on here. Explicit means that you've deliberately done it, but implicit means that you might have accidentally done it. And we just had a legal case right now where, what's her name, just got dinged. Just a minute, it'll come to me. Katy Perry got dinged for stealing, for plagiarism, basically, on some musical ideas that were not hers. She claims that she did not deliberately steal them, and I believe her, and the courts believed her. But still, it was not her idea, and it came from elsewhere. So she was charged. You can go back and look at the case history. George Harrison also got the same verdict for My Sweet Lord when they compared it to a song by the Chiffons produced by Phil Spector called He's So Fine. So there's a whole history of integrity here in the music business, which is like the academy, like university life, where it doesn't matter if it's deliberate or accidental, you're still responsible, so you need to take it seriously. Obviously, if you take somebody's ideas word for word, that is plagiarism, but also it's plagiarism if you take their ideas and put it into your words. That is just as bad as taking their words altogether. So I want to say that twice to make sure that you're really clear. You can't just take somebody else's ideas and put them into your own words, to paraphrase them, and not give them credit. You still have to attribute it exactly the same way as if you had quoted. The only difference is when you take somebody's words exactly and you put it in quotes, you are saying this is what they said. When you paraphrase, you are saying this is what I say they said. Still has to be documented. Academic dishonesty is a category broader than plagiarism. It includes any behaviors that bypass or misrepresent authentic individual effort, including but not limited to sharing the same assignment and submitting it to different tutorial groups. If you share each other's ideas and don't document it, that is plagiarism. If you submit the same assignment to 2 different tutorial groups, you and your friend in different tutorial groups, that is plagiarism. If you pay others or give them any kind of reward, financial or otherwise, for doing your work, that is academic dishonesty. if you allow somebody to use your user ID and password to log in to Moodle and post for you, or to send an email as if it was you, that is academic dishonesty. Cheating on tests in any way, asking someone to impersonate you by email or pretend it's you on a test, all forms of academic dishonesty. You must use the MLA. There's links here that will show you how to document your sources and that will explain it. Number 5 is a further explanation of number 2. I understand that by substituting my words for the words of others, it becomes a way to conceal the work of others unless you are open about it. And the MLA is very clear on that. And in this course, we're going to take a look at a book called They Say, I Say that helps you with this notion of voice, which is to say who is saying things. Everything that is quoted or paraphrased in your paper must appear in your works cited. You can't claim accidental oversight. So if you see somebody's idea, you put it into your words. You have to document it in the body of your essay with a page number, and it has to appear in works cited. If your bibliographic citations are inaccurate, you've got a page number wrong, you've got a volume number wrong, whether it's intentional or accidental, it is still academically dishonest. And again, because it is so important to be transparent and clear in what you are documenting and where it comes from. This should go without saying. You cannot reconstitute or reuse work from previous students in previous iterations of this course. You cannot submit work that has been purchased by me or for me, or use other non-scholarly resources to produce this work, including Shmoop and SparkNotes and any of that stuff. It's actually, just to make a point here, it's actually plagiarism even if you take your own assignment from another course and submit it to my course and don't tell me it comes from another course. That is also academic dishonesty. So I want you to be clear on all of this. When you are done, sign it on the bottom, put the date underneath it, scan it, and you're going to email it to en1001@yorku.ca. And in the subject heading, you're going to put your tutorial leader's name, only the surname, and in the body of the email, you're going to put the words academic integrity contract and your own first and last name. And you need to follow those instructions exactly. And that is the academic integrity contract. Also, there is a second contract you have to sign and submit to en1001@yorku.ca. And this is the exam integrity contract. It's basically the same, but it says when you do any tests in my course, you are obliged morally and ethically to follow the rules. You are not allowed to use any internet sources, no matter how they're accessed, by Wi-Fi, by phone, by any other way. Only print resources from the course syllabus and your own notes. So if you are on your own, of course, obviously I have no way to police you, but if you use any internet sources at all in the submission of your work, that is academic integrity. And I will hunt you down and bring you down like a gazelle on the Serengeti plain. So take this seriously. Sign this document also. If you write a test, you are obliged to keep the details of the exam private and confidential, and will not share the results of this test with any other student in the course now or ever. You also submit that to en1001@yorku.ca as an email attachment. Once again, your tutorial leader's surname in the subject field of the email, and in the body of the email, exam integrity agreement, and your own first and last name. And that's it.